I don't know who needs to hear this today, but God's distance is a state of your mind. It is not a state of God's location. There are times in life when we might feel isolated. It might be that we have experienced the loss of a loved one, and while it is true that we all have differing relationships with that loved one, and while it is true that we all grieve in our own unique way, it does not mean that we are alone in our grief. It might be that you've had a medical diagnosis that none of your friends or family have ever experienced before, and as a result, they don't know specifically what you are going through. Of course, we all at some point in life have had some type of illness to deal with, and so we are not alone in that. But the particulars can definitely be different. The list can go on and on. Hopefully you see the point though, and that is that in times like these, in times when we might feel isolated or alone, when we feel like we are by ourselves, we can feel like friends don't understand. We can feel like family doesn't understand. We might feel that even God does not understand or is not around. Sarah Adams was born in 1805 in Harlow, England. She was quite an accomplished individual. She was multi-talented. She was an actress and even played the role of Lady Macbeth in London, England. She was also an accomplished author, and one of the things that she is well known for is the writing of hymns. In fact, she, along with her sister Eliza, would work together to write hymns. Sarah would write the words and her sister Eliza would write the tune or the melody. Their minister was working on a new hymn book and asked the sisters to write some hymns for that hymn book. They wrote more than a dozen hymns for that hymn book, including the hymn that is the inspiration for today's devotional. Today's hymn is based on a text in Genesis 28 in which Jacob has a dream, and in this dream he sees a ladder and he sees angels ascending and descending that ladder. When he woke from his dream, he named that place Bethel, or House of God. The song for today's devotional was published in 1841 in that hymnal, just a few years before Sarah died at the young age of 43. But what was this hymn that speaks of isolation and a desire for God's presence? Take a listen, and I'll be back.
Nearer, my God, to thee, nearer to thee, e'en though it be a cross that raiseth me, still
to thee. To thee, to thee, to thee. Nearer, my God, nearer, my God, to thee.
To thee.
Nearer, 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 my God, to thee.
Nearer, My God to Thee has quite a mystic history. During the Johnstown City flood of 1889, a train derailed and turned on its side into the swirling waters. A young lady, along with other passengers, sang this song as the floodwaters rose, taking her life and the lives of those who were with her. This hymn was said to have been a favorite of assassinated President William McKinley. History tells us that this song was on his lips as he took his final breath. Most famously, it is well documented that the Titanic band played this hymn as the ship plunged into the icy Atlantic waters. Whatever you are going through, you are not alone. God's presence is a reality. If you are feeling isolated from God, it is a state of your mind. It is not a state of God's location. And so when you're feeling isolated, I encourage you to spend some time with Nearer, My God to Thee, and with God in prayer. I've got nothing but big love for you. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day.